Hey guys, how's it going? We're gonna do a little bit of planting today and a little bit of maintenance on some of the plants that just came in. So a couple days ago, I had a truckload of Proven Winners plants that showed up, and they don't all look the best. Some of them need a little bit of love, and so we're gonna work on that today. I have some grasses that are going to get planted today because I know that they're severely root bound because of how big they are and how small their cans are. So I know that do I have dirt on my face? That's not surprising. We're leaving that there. I know that they want to get planted because of how root bound they are and how quickly they're drying out. They need to be watered like 3 times a day right now, so it's not great. And one of them looks really rough. The other 2 are totally alive. The other one, 50-50 on it. As long as the roots are good, it should be fine. And then I also have some yarrow. So I've got some Firefly yarrow, I think is what it's called. And they got cooked in the truck when they got shipped here. So they don't look the best, but it's okay because those ones I know are totally fine. I know that the root system on all of them is okay, and I can see new growth. I can just see that like the tops of the plant got a little bit crispied up. So we're just gonna do like kind of a cutback on those and get them planted. And then the grasses we are going to plant also. It's supposed to be getting pretty hot here this next 10 days. So I wanna get these things in the ground where I can keep water on them, where they're not gonna be upset with me. So that is the plan for today, is to get those planted. I'm not exactly sure where I want the yarrow to go. I had an idea and then I changed my mind. So we're doing great. So I have 3 of these grasses here. You can see clearly this one is a bit more upset than these 2. Freya, don't stand on the plants. I had to lay them down because they're so tall. So these are the totem pole grass, and they get about 6 feet tall and they get about 2.5 feet wide. I liked how blue they were. This one is suffering. I also really liked the seed heads on it. Let me show you guys the seed heads on these. They just, I don't know, they're really magical. They kind of look like fairy grass to me. So I really like that. And I love the blue color. They're hardy in zones 4 through 9, 6 feet tall and about 2.5 feet wide. So I thought that those would be absolutely perfect for somewhere small in the landscape. And then I've got these yarrow right here. These are the Firefly yarrow, and clearly they're not happy. But you can see all of the new growth down low. Like, all of them are totally fine. Like you can see like in there, new growth. So I know that they're still alive. They just probably got like hit with some heat or some like cold in the truck. I think it was a refrigerated truck. Both of these plants are full sun. I forgot to say that. These ones get about 28 to 30 inches wide, tall and wide, and they are zones 3 through 8. So I'm a zone 9, so they should come back. I have yarrow that comes back all the time, but they just look a little sad. So we're gonna come in and we're gonna cut these back quite a bit, and then we're gonna get them planted. And I should see a good amount of growth on these, but I really liked how like yellow these looked. I thought that that was really pretty, a very bright color. I don't normally do yellow in the garden, so I thought that this might be a really good change. I do like yarrow a lot, but I like it better when it's alive. So we're gonna get these guys cut back really quick, and then we will get everything planted. Looks a lot better. We have a guest. My sister is here with her puppy. This is Jinx. Jinxie! So these are probably what we would consider end of the season clearance plants, but they actually look a lot better now. They just look a little sad. You can see, so obviously they're all totally alive. So now I can get them all planted. Let's remove these plant tags because they are a pain. And let me show you where these are gonna go, and then I'll show you guys where the grasses are gonna go. I had to move them because of the dogs. So I'm thinking the Firefly Yarrow is gonna go here. So I'm gonna do kind of like a drift like this of it. That way when I take out this creeping Jenny, because it looks really sad, I can put something that's actually gonna look good, and then it'll be kind of like flanked by it. I kind of want everything to just kind of like flow in this bed, because this garden bed is gonna be so straight still, because there's gonna be a walkway. I mean, it'll come out just a little bit, but it's gonna be a pretty straight bed. So I lost one of the Pachoas right here, which was the pink ones. I lost it, it was right there. So I'm thinking if I just kind of come in with the Yarrow right here, which those are all weeds, so we'll pull the weeds and do a little drift. I think that actually might look really good. I think that's going to be really nice. So let's get the weeds pulled and then get to planting on those. Those are gonna be perfect right there. So those should fill out. They should be a nice like tall yellow color, and maybe I'll get a flush this year. We'll see. They'll definitely come back next year. But either way, that's gonna be so gorgeous there. I did kind of like a little swoop of them. And I am gonna go in and run one more piece of irrigation, just like a straight piece that connects from this side to this side. Just because I noticed like this area was a little bit dry. So if I do just a little bit more, then these guys should all be good. And I did run a piece of irrigation back to those ones. These two were totally fine. So everything here should be pretty good. I am gonna run that irrigation and then I'm gonna mulch this area. I'm just showing you now because it's in the shadow still. So if I wait too long, which I'm gonna go get those grasses planted and then I'm gonna do all of that, it's gonna be very bright and very intense and you won't really be able to see it very well. So that's why I'm showing you this now, but I will be mulching today also and running that irrigation. Well, I think those are going to be pretty good right there. Very happy with that. They should hit about the top of the fence, lending a little bit more privacy. As you can see, some of the boards on the fence had shrunk a little bit. So now there's like these little tiny gaps. And this should help mask some of that. Even if just these two survive, I think that'll be fine if this one doesn't make it. But the root system on it looks really well. So I think that it should be totally fine. It's just a little crispy up top because it couldn't retain any water because it was so root bound. So either way, it should be fine. It'll come back next year absolutely beautifully, I'm sure. But it's funny because these two are about the same height, and then this one is so much taller as it is. But I love that these guys are going to kind of just create like a small little wall right here, and they're not going to get deep in the bed. I didn't want something that was like super deep, and then I can still kind of get in here. I have some ansonium that's going to go right in here that also looks a little bit rough. So that's the plan, is to come back in here and do this, because these it says that it can handle sun, but I find partial sun in my zone. They are zone 9. I've got the storm cloud ansonium, which I have one of them right there, and I think I have 3 more that I want to do, like 1, 2, 3 right back here, and they're a beautiful green color, and then the stems on it are a black color, and these really like beautiful, like almost periwinkle colored blooms that I thought would just like pop on the back of the fence. And then I will probably end up moving the hose link to a post kind of like outside here so you can actually reach it. I do have a black one coming to the house, so it's looking good. So the Yarrow is all done too, and it looks great. Brent came in and did like a little swoop, that little thing that was on this side. He just kind of swooped it around this side to make sure that these inner plants got plenty enough irrigation. I'm going to try to keep an eye on everything. It looks like I might need to run just a little bit more to those two. I thought this might be a little bit closer, so I might just come in and pop another emitter. I haven't mulched yet, and I'm probably not going to mulch until I make sure I get irrigation in here right, because I don't want any of these plants to die. And they're actually looking a little bit better than they were yesterday. Like this one was extremely floppy, and it's because it was super dried out. So this does look a lot better now, and I think that they're going to be so much happier, and I should see a good amount of growth this fall time. So I'm really excited to have this like nice drift of yellow right here. I think it's going to be really pretty. This bed needed more height in it. It was very just flat, one color, flat, and so this will be so pretty next year. I also wanted to give you guys an update inside of our aviary. They've all been so busy at making little nests, and we have 15 eggs right now. I think this one right here has 4 eggs in it, and I had to just show you guys. Yep, there's a bunch of eggs in there. Oh, you can't really see, but there are eggs in there, and each of these have eggs, and this is the most eggs that we've ever had in here. So we have a nest there, 2 nests there, that somebody's bringing a big piece of something in, and then we have a nest here, and then 2 behind me. So we have 15 eggs, and if we got even 5 more babies, that would just be absolutely insane. These guys have been so much fun. These are zebra finch inside the aviary. So I think that that's going to be it for this video. We got those Yarrow cut back and planted. I do need to still mulch and cut those, but look at me, I'm a mess. So I'll just do that later. And then I do need to run irrigation to these also. You probably noticed that I didn't go in with any fertilizer because most grasses really don't want fertilizer as it is. Plus this area right here used to be our compost. So I know the ground that's here is like primo, and it's very like full of nutrients. So I don't really want to didn't want to add any more nutrients because grasses really don't need it. They tend to do better without fertilizer or anything like that. They usually do pretty well in just basic native soil, and this is a like high composted area, so I know it's got lots in there. It might be a little too much for them. We'll see what happens. Gardening is an experiment. It doesn't even matter at the end of the day. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna go hang out with family, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys.